Excuse me. How do you do? Let's see. Oh, she just ran. Oh well. Just trying to get you on camera. Oh, there she is. There she is. She's running. Anyway, need to name her. Yeah. Oh, no fishing video today. I was kind of in a rush this morning and I forgot my wallet. I got to the gas station down the street from work and no wallet. But thankfully I was low on gas too, because I'm just not usually. My last job I would get gas every single morning, but I have to drive right past the gas station. This where I'm working now, not so much. So, and I just was out of the rhythm. I just realized I needed gas, so thankfully I had enough cash to get home. So anyway, I wasn't planning on fishing anyway, but I didn't have my poles. But it was just that kind of morning, is all I'm saying. But I should be able to go tomorrow. Anyway, I'm home, checking the rabbits for babies, because they owe me some babies. They owe me. These two haven't paid up yet. Well, what's up with this delay? Anytime now. The breeding was wonky, so if I'm being honest, it's like this every October. Come on, sugar. She's been in there. If you look at that, if you look at her box, it's just a matter of time. What's going on in there? Nothing. Nothing. I can see over in Gretel's, nothing. And the thing about it is, whenever one does should be in sets of like 2. When one within a day or two, it should all be around the same time, because more or less they all got put in and taken out around the same time. So she's pulled fur and everything. I've never seen a box look like that, and no babies happen. So, and if you look at her, she's looking rather plump too. This is a mystery. I don't know who this is, but I don't know, now that I've moved her around so much, if I'm going to be able to figure it out. Oh, sorry, Tiger. But I bet if I try hard enough, I might be able to figure it out. I just have had so many die and everything. It's going to be hard, but the brain can be a wonderful thing sometimes. It'll work it out sometimes. Okay. Nada. 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 Now see, this one's the 16th. Today's the 16th, so that puts it like, I think, what, day 30 at the most, maybe day 31. And I'm pretty sure hers is accurate. But anyone marked on like the 14th is getting a little overdue. But again, you have to give. Do you see that? Is it a reflection or something? Because I see on the video that line is in there again. I don't know what's up with that. And it's gone now. Maybe there's a glare on my, I need to clean my screen. Could be. Yes, maybe that. That could be it. Things are going pretty good. Just gonna keep on keeping on. Let's do it again. Water bottles, feed. Fed Squeak already. And y'all get that fishing done tomorrow. I guess I can go like early in the morning. Like, you really get them off guard. Yeah. Come here. Not having it. Okay. But it's the thought that counts mostly, right? All right. It's good to get a nice home cooked meal. Yesterday, I think that's why those potatoes was sitting on my chest. I'm slow getting up these days anyway. I'm working on it. I'm gonna get over it, but that happens every morning, to tell you the truth. The sooner I get over it, the better. Was very good. Have a good home cooked meal. I gotta get in the swing of that. It's way better for me than the alternatives. That's Tamuks being mean to each other. They are. They're ruthless critters, I tell you. I'll be picking up another breeding pair of Tamuks this weekend. One came straight from Texas. It's coming straight from Texas, you know, that's where he came from. So got one straight from that line. I don't know. The ones, there's a breeder in Vallejo that I have, and that line came from Texas, but it's been, you know, years and years ago. I don't know how yeah. This breeder is saying this buck came from Texas, so that's, you know, way more firsthand than, you know, generations out you get it and it's been here or wherever you had it for so long. You could say, yeah, that line is from Texas, but I believe she's saying that the one I'm getting is from Texas, so that's a different thing. That's fresher blood from that area, you could say. And then one that she bred, you know, in her rabbitry. So I can take that buck. He's got a lot of does waiting on him, I'll tell you that. Says his name is Dane, but I'm probably gonna rename it. I try not to have any rabbits have the name of anyone I know. People will think I'm weird. Imagine that. Woo. Don't ask me if I could. Don't ask. Yeah, those things, they need to come out. That's just so mean. So mean. Yeah. Like if I count like right now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 10 does for him right now. Ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. And if people think I'm weird, it's okay. I take it as a compliment. It means to some extent, I'm different somehow. Somehow. Maybe not by much, but somehow. I must be a little different. Maybe, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I just be winging it. Okay. Knock it off. What'd you think of those Tame-Up bunnies bouncing around? You'll see when we look at the New Zealand breed or the California breed, you are not gonna see any little baby bunnies that size bouncing around like that. They're different. They're a different breed. Again, bred in that at Texas A&M. I want to say like 10 years ago, I believe, maybe a little longer now. But they took, I want to say about at least seven different kind of meat rabbits, and kept, breeding for specific traits until they came up with this stable line, Tame-Up, which stands for Texas A&M something or other. All right. I've got a whole bunch of bottles out here in the carport. I gotta get those because they're just sitting out there day after day. We might as well get it in and get back into rotation. Now that I have something to eat already prepared, so I can go in. I'm only gonna take 2 pulls and a very minuscule amount of probably some jigs and bobbers. That's it. Jigs, bobbers. I'm gonna stop it. I get this, yeah. Take a couple top water lures, subsurface, you know. Some fish, but no, it's just jigs, bobbers. That's it. That's it. And does that limit what I can catch? Maybe a little bit, but it's just the fact that I trust that more than anything else. If I threw a spinner bait, a plastic worm, anything else, except if I had to say what would be a substitute, but it would slow me down, would be just a hook, a split shot, and a worm. But then you have to sit there and wait, which I don't want to do. So the jig and the bobber lets me search for any, and it's going to be a little jig, so any aggressive, a bluegill will hit a little jig, crappie, little bass, I'll get an idea. And if I get down, which I'm not going down to the bridge tomorrow though, I don't plan on doing it anyway. But if I do take a trip down to that bridge and back without a bite, spots off limits. I won't go back because the water is clear. Only thing is it's moving just a little faster than I like, but you know, the fish are used to it. The fish don't care. If they live there, they know what they're doing. So, but there's no reason to fish that and not get any bites. Baby bass, anything tells me it's got a, you know, a somewhat healthy ecosystem. Bluegill, baby bass, definitely baby crappie it's on, but bluegill, baby bass means okay. Don't really expect to get a catfish on a jig, but it can happen if they're hungry. And that's what I fish ditches like this one you're gonna see. I grew up fishing one that looked way worse than this one, but out this way I found some of those ditches that look like this, and like I mentioned that one in Hamilton City. Looks good, but I don't think I've ever seen fish activity in it as good as it looks for miles. It's a couple miles of prime looking water. I've only fished it once though, in the winter time, and didn't give it the greatest go, but anyway. Let me go get these bottles. Really? Oh, and so I only get 2 weeks a year vacation. So the river trek is definitely gonna have to be scheduled 2 years out. And to make that happen, I can't take any time off, which is a good challenge for me anyway. Quite honestly, these last 7-8 years, I've had to take more time off for mental health. And I don't mean having fun with the mental health than I'd like. Every so often, I would just be completely I'd have to recoup. So just be taking two or 3 days to just probably just rest my mental state, which doesn't feel good when your body's telling you, hey, you can't do nothing for 2 days, but sit in. Anyway, all that to say, it could be a good challenge, and it's for in my mind, a good purpose, which is doing something that I'm gonna enjoy. Probably be one of the highlights of my life. So 2 years, saving up my PTO. That means being to work day in and day out, doing what I need to do. Works for me. It doesn't sound like a bad thing. So, game on. Just need to decide. I probably should do it in May. I probably should. I want to do it in October, but who knows what kind of weather could be going on. As far as the weather and stuff, I mean, look at it now. I mean, I wouldn't mind. What is that? I wouldn't mind. Who is that? Okay, that's obviously a newcomer because someone's mad. One of the cats is like, it might be one of those other ones I was talking about. Okay. That was the new black kitten. Sounded like she was dying or something. Anyway, yeah. I got plenty of time to decide. And no doubt, plenty of time to prepare for it. Work will have all this time because that's all I'll be talking about when I'm there day in and day out. I can't wait to take my 3 weeks off and go fishing. Cannot wait. But got things to do in the meantime. So. Yeah, May. Shad'll be running. If I do like mid-May, Shad'll be running, Striper will be running. Yeah, mid-May. That wins. Definitely mid-May. Maybe May 9th. Sounds good to me. 3 weeks too? Yeah, because if I go the middle of May, I'm not getting back till June. So yeah, May 9th gives me first or second week of May, finishes May out. Cool. Oh man. I'll be a new man by the time I get there, but if I'm not a newer man when I get back, I don't know. Gotta find somebody to take care of the ranch when I'm gone though. Mom probably will, but that's a ways off too. I have to find somebody to do this for 3 weeks. There will probably be, I think, what? Yeah. Oh, yeah, around that time too. Be a lot going on for the rabbitry. We'll be just wrapping up breeding season too. I guess I could stop. I usually do my last breeding into April, so yeah, there'll be probably be rabbits coming. So if I don't have a professional rabbitry care lined up, I'm gonna have to arrange to stop breeding a month early, so there's not a whole bunch of babies to take care of. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take to make the trip either. Figure that out. Suppose I could travel at night to make up time in certain spots. Certain areas shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. I can, I don't know. I think I can go down from like Red Bluff to Whitson Bridge. See how long that takes. Might take a day, huh? I don't know. That took a day. Break out the map. Take a look. Red Bluff to Whitson Bridge took a day. Shouldn't take that long, but most of the time. Then Whitson Bridge to Hamilton City-ish. Yeah. Right. Another day. Hamilton City. So you're talking about being in Colusa in about, say, 3 or 4 days tops, right? Colusa. Okay. And that's just moving though. But I don't want. I'm not gonna do too much fishing like that. That's just basically like those first couple days is just gonna be getting my routine down, maneuvering, because it's gonna be all maneuvering. Red Bluff down to Whitson Bridge. It's just going to be all navigation challenging with low water, lots of snags and rocks and things like that. That's what first go. That's just going to be the thrill of navigating this river that has taunted me since I've been down here. The river has literally been taunting me for 15 years. I can't get out on it in my boat. I can't navigate it. Let's say that I can't get in my boat and turn on the motor and go wherever I want to, because it's just a aluminum boat with an outboard, prop outboard, which is not ideal. If I got like a shorter shaft motor, there's some ways to do it. But the only short shaft motors that like I can afford or anything aren't gonna do much here. So all that to say that yes, the river has been taunting me. So this trip is just me conquering the river here because it has held me down for far enough. I'm just gonna travel through it. That may be how I learned to fish it up this way too. Just you know, navigating it, getting to know the river this way. It's the only way I can do it with what I have, is to drift down it that way. And you know, why not have another car, right? Have another truck, or however I'm gonna do it. Just arrange to have a vehicle wherever I'm going to pull out at. So, yeah. Red Bluff to at least Woodson Bridge. I know coming around that corner of Woodson Bridge is full of snags and it's, you know, it's not ideal. And then I know going past that for a while is still more of the same. So it's just basically getting through that safely as possible and getting to where the river settles out and is more conducive to just a little more comfortable navigation and fishing. You know, the way the regulations are right now and have been for a long time, there isn't even any sturgeon fishing until I get to Butte City. So I could stop in a couple holes though, and might accidentally hook onto a greenie up this way. That would be fun. That would be awesome. Anyway, so yeah, I think that kind of deserves at least a test run. Red Bluff to Woodson Bridge. Red Bluff to Woodson Bridge. And then there's still the question about that bridge in Las Molinas. The way that water runs underneath it looks. I mean, it is hazardous, but is it doable is the question. And how so? Gotta figure that out. Or else I'll be just launching it Woodson Bridge. But from what I just said, it seems like kind of a cop-out to me, and I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Seven fishing poles. 7. I gotta take 7 poles. No more, no less. Oh man, that makes it hard. That means I gotta run some tryouts. Ugly stick I got those last stripers on, that's definitely that's it's already first string. I probably know which seven. Seven might even be a bit much, but the lowest I go would be 5. So that would be the, uh-oh, drop one. That would be the river pole. Yeah, I could do 5 and be all right with it. I could do that. Yeah, I could do 5. Will I? We'll see. I don't know. I think for all the different kind of fishing I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do 7 though. One of my goals is to get a striper on a live or dead. Just I want to catch a striper on a squawfish. I'm gonna do that, or a bluegill. So I'm gonna catch a striper on a fish that I caught from the river on camera. That's getting done. So for that one, it's not that river pole, but it's another one I got. It's got what's called a bait runner, where when the fish grabs it, the line just goes out. The fish won't feel any resistance. Because they say when you're fishing with that, especially the squawfish, you have to let them run for a good while. Some people just open up the bail. I could do that. So that's one of the goals of the trip. I'm gonna figure out how to do that successfully. Some of these need to go outside too. Take some of these out here. So yeah, bank fishing pole, my bait runner pole, a small bait catching pole, and 2 lure fishing poles. There's 5 right there, and then 2 more. Yep. Okay. All right. Just put bottom bottles on these ones behind it. Get the full view. Hopefully, I don't know what's up with that glare. Hold on just a second. That's better, huh? I think that's what it was. I still see some lines like right here too. I think I'm seeing that because I know, yeah, my phone's face is dirty. Okay. What was I saying there? Oh yeah. Hopefully, the sturgeon regs will have changed by then, and I will be able to keep one when I get it. What am I gonna do with a sturgeon while I'm in the middle of a river trek? I already know. But wouldn't you like to know? I've had this kind of this plan ready for a long time. I already know what to do. It's no problem at all. Oh boy. No problem at all. That's another goal. So, striper on a bait fish, on a river caught bait fish. Sturgeon, doesn't matter what size. It can be one I have to throw back, or it can be one I have to release anyway, or it can be a keeper, but just gotta get a sturgeon. Have to. That's about all I'll hold myself to, really, unless I think of something else. Excuse me, you heard that. Hi. this way. I'm wondering if I could do it on 2 tanks of gas. Well, wait a minute. Maybe 4. Once I hit Sacramento area, I don't think I'm going to be doing much fishing down that way. I think I want to try by the bridge that goes, the I-80 bridge there in West Sacramento. There's a good spot there. I think I need to stop at the stumps there close to Clarksburg. I think I need to do that for nostalgia. And then from there, it's off to the honey hole. It will be grand finale time. I gotta go at least to Bishop's World. Where's Bishop's World, you say? I'd have to show you. I gotta go at least to Bishop's World and a little bit further actually past that, but yes, at least to Bishop's World. Was the last time I was in? I believe it was the last time I was in there. Just because of the kind of trip I was in. We stayed overnight. And I was fishing for catfish and crappie. But if I'm not mistaken, there was this weedy flat for about, I don't know, 300-400 feet. When we drove past it, there was just carp everywhere on top of it. Everywhere. I even stopped, I was just doing it because the fishing wasn't that great at this time. We were, just struggling to get fish, which happens. But I stopped for a second, put some worm on, tried to get the carp to bite. But when you're looking at it, it's just more frustrating than anything. But I was just messed around, but I stopped. You got to stop yourself with those carp because it can get addicting trying to catch them when you see fish like that. So I stopped that. And we ended up finding some crappie a little bit past, actually like just right towards the end of that, there's a spot. So that's where we hunkered down for the night. So it's catching a few crappie, a few catfish like this whole night. I'm up doing my thing, catching catfish and crappie. Well, the whole night, fish are acting a fool on that flat. And I'm shining the light and I see the fish moving like crazy. Something is just, but I've never seen carp act like that. Unless they're responding to something, but I was like, and I'm shining, so all I could see is the silhouettes of the fish, which for all the carp I sell, I'm just thinking, why are they acting like that, right? I'm like, okay, I just, mind my own business. I had everything, I had all artillery to do what I should have been doing now that I know what I found out in the morning. So, like always, towards the, before daybreak, it gets cold. I think I laid down, took a nap, was up, crack of dawn, fishing again. I think I caught a bass, but as I was fishing that area, so the carp were gone the next morning for 2. So there's no sign of the carp, but I hit a nice striper. The striper actually came up, like chased my worm, like out of the blue. So it made me think, I was like, were those striper? Or at least some of them, were those striper up on that flat? And my senses say I'm pretty sure it was. And that body of water has striper in it all the time like that. So that I gotta go at least to that spot, which, whew, by boat motor is only hour, maybe past Bishop's World. So I'm gonna go to there. And it just all depends on what day it is in the process. Because from that spot there, it's only 2 to 3 hours to where I can launch out. The trip's over at that point. When I leave there, I may stop at a bridge that I was talking about right around the corner from where we pull out, where I pull the boat out. I might stop there. But other than that, yeah. But in this honey hole, all the way up there to Bishop's World and everywhere around there is potentially some of the best fishing that I know I could find. Last 2 times I was at Bishop's World, keeper stripers. The time before that, that's all I got was with keeper striper right there in the vicinity of Bishop's World. And that trip, it was just a little bit past there, but you have to at least go that far into there, which is a good little stretch. It's all good water up to there, but it's not official until you touch down in that area, for me anyways. So all that to say, I don't know how long it'll take me to get there, but I know to go to Bishop's World and get out is a tank of gas. I can go from where I would launch, go down to Bishop's World and get back, no problem. Have about a quarter tank left. But so I'm gonna be motoring all the way into there, so I know I'll need at least 2 tanks for that to hit Sacramento, fire up the motor, go into Bishop's World and get out. That's 2 tanks right there. So it depends on what I use it for after that. Okay. And it's just gonna depend on, is it oh, I don't have my scooper. Is it gonna be, is the trip gonna be conducive to me fishing more than moving, or am I gonna have a real good balance of it? I don't know quite. It'll be fun to find out. And in a lot of the river, especially when you get Calusa, when there's a lot more sandy bottom, I can be drift fishing. I can be moving, just drifting along and have, or I could be, well, trolling you need a little bit more speed. I guess it all depends. I could find some lures that I control. You control anything really. I mean, trolling is just throw your lure out there and go. I mean, that's the definition. But some lures you need to be moving at a right speed to make the lure move enough. So I could put a whopper plopper just spins on the top. It just stays on top and it just, the tail just spins. So you can troll with that. So with that in mind, there won't be too many instances of the trip where I won't be fishing. Not hungry? You need some roughage. Go get the ones out here in the carport. And tonight is grab that little bit of tackle for fishing tomorrow, and some much more needed straightening up in the house. And then bedtime, heading into Thursday. I could tell that it rained because where the end of the roof is, come on, where the end of the roof is right here, but down there I could tell that the water was running off because there's like a line, a wet line. And that's pretty cool. That means there's no other spot where I can see, especially under here where the water got in to the rabbits. I still need to enforce it and everything and cover it all around, but that's a good sign that it's pretty watertight. I just need to, like right now, I can't say that like a wild wind wouldn't lift this up right now. It is tied here, there, and that side is pretty weighed down with the wood, but you know what Mother Nature can do, so yeah. Gotta get that under control. But it worked. Remember, this thing almost tried to, maim me, getting it up and everything. And that's right. Where I was trying to maim myself. And here's some water line right here. It looks like it came down right here. Yeah. Right here. No water in this. Water right here. It looks like a little, well, that could be just rabbit pee. Yeah, that's probably where they pee. Everybody got water over there, or at least water bottles? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Water right here too. Yeah. If anybody's wondering, the new job is good. Looks like it's gonna meet expectations, and I'm pretty sure I had what was it, balanced expectations. It's meeting that, and balance is a good word for me to just continue to find that in everything. And I think that this river trek kind of balances out, will balance things out for me. That's what it seems like anyway for right now. It's a ways out there. That's kind of probably why it is balancing, because it wouldn't matter if I did it. If I did it right now, wouldn't do the justice. For one thing, I'm not ready, Aaron. It's just right. It's not possible. So that's kind of why it's a balancing thing. To get to that point will be a balancing feat, worthy. So to get it done, all I need is the opportunity. Getting it done is not a problem once I get there. Yeah. So won't be talking about work too much. Be too busy doing it and other stuff. Throwing some fishing trips, baby bunnies, some gardening. I got so in here. I'm probably gonna put a shelf right there. I have a shelf going across there with plants growing. Probably some of the peppers that they can go along the bottom to the bottom there, all the way across. So I have some plants there. Possibly some plants like right here. Depends on how, yeah. Plants here. Plants there. It's gonna get kind of tight, but maybe if I get them a little higher, get them up here, growing against the wall there. Some plants, which is why when I do these carports, they're not just for rabbits. Really, get the rabbits in is the goal, but to use it for planting over the winter, because I can get some plants started in the house or out here and have a tremendous head start. Some of them will even stay alive in here and bear fruit probably too. So yeah, it all depends on how much insulation is in here. Will be what they do. Yeah, just be doing videos on that. Working on editing and also getting the ability to do that much videotaping. So in the meantime, I'll be like taking some of these really long videos, chopping them up, trying to, just playing around, putting out a lot of little shorter videos based on, if I have anything halfway interesting material, like the building of this, time lapse, some of the footage might be cool. A couple little time lapse videos, things like that. Let's see if I, get the channel rolling. All right. Get these water bottles on here. I have to go grab and I came up. So you see with these big old feeders here, and then I have the door here, I only have room for 2 bottles, which I think I was explaining on other videos that no one watches. But so I just came up with what I'll have to do is just connect the bottles to the door, and I'm just gonna have to take the bottles off when I'm opening and closing. So that would give me at least, I can do 1, probably use 2 more. So I can get 3 to 4 bottles on each cage, pretty easy for when they have babies, and there's possibly 6, 8 babies in there, all drinking water. They're gonna need at least four bottles in there for 8 babies and a mama. 3 to 4 bottles, easy. So figure that out. I was stressing. At least through that process, I learned how to squeeze. Usually I was doing like four squares to put a clip, but I figured out that with these certain kinds, I can squeeze it into 3, and it really gets wide right here. It bows out enough to get the water bottle on there. Yeah, it's science. Hey, really? Rabbit food? Jeez. This dog right here. You eat anything? Huh. All right. Okay. Running overtime, but thanks for watching. It gets better. Oh, I got to get those ones over there. I got 2 bottles. Yeah. I won't ever do any butchering videos. I will do some cooking videos. I won't do any butchering videos. Just had an idea, but shouldn't do it. All right. Unless I could think of something else to do a video on a little later, I will see you in the morning and hope for some babies again. Any day now. Any day. But they're doing the startup stall. need to go and get gas too. I do need to, or just get up early enough. I'm not sure what gas stations like I can pump that early in the morning, but stall. See you in the morning, if not sooner. Later.